Hi there, I'm Raven, the solo developer and designer of Relay for Subsurface Studios. This is the second devlog in a series on Relay and the development process behind it. In this episode, we'll be going over the lore behind Relay, how it relates to Compensation Social, and a variety of interesting facts about the current state of Subsurface Studios. In the meantime, I'll be showing off some feature footage from Relay and giving status updates about the development process. Without further ado, let's begin. Leviathan Corporation, or LC, is the fictional company behind most of the Subsurface Studios universe at this time. LC is the owner and operator of the Vigor Underwater Research Initiative, Post-Vigor, and the Relay Project, all of which are the subject of Subsurface Studios games. LC was founded sometime in the 2020s with the intent of producing a certain gadget. While this initial invention has evolved over the years and hasn't yet been pinned down, it's safe to say that it was enough to generate considerable income. From there, LC evolved into a multi-billion-dollar company. From this originating capital, LC was able to construct an exceptional facility known as Post Desolation in a remote, snowy, mountainous area. Once again, this location hasn't been pinned down, and the two previous locations were near the Arctic Circle in Canada and an unclear location in the Swiss Alps. This facility, and a very well-paid crew of the brightest engineers from around the globe, allowed LC to excel in everything from materials design to electrical engineering to processor fabrication and more. During this process, LC donated a huge amount of its profits to making the world a better place, often at the direct expense of its owners. The Desolation Research Complex was the first post constructed by LC. It consists of a surface lounge, a transport complex, surface housing for the hundreds of on-site staff, and floor after floor of underground research facilities. Every floor in Desolation is 100% dedicated to a very specific field. Some floors include welding, metallurgy, organic chemistry, nuclear research, computer science, and more. These individual floors have a massive budget allocated to them, and employees are given ample opportunity and funding to pursue their own personal projects with these resources. This funding and general openness about research conducted, along with the company's devotion to open sourcing research, serves to display their commitment to furthering humanity as opposed to creating profit for shareholders. The Vigor Underwater Research Initiative was a research project started by LC. It consists of the Post-Vigor Research Station, which is a decommissioned oil rig, and Post-Vigor, which is a massive underwater research and development complex. Located approximately 200 meters under the surface and spanning multiple kilometers, the facility is like an underwater city. Post-Vigor is where Compensation Social is primarily set, along with some other properties owned by LC and some national forests in America. Before moving to Post-Vigor, researchers are trained in saturation diving and undergo a variety of related hyperbaric concepts, as they must remain at the station for multiple months and undergo a multi-week decompression period to avoid decompression illness. Post-Vigor will actually play a part in Relay, but I won't elaborate much to avoid spoiling things. Suffice it to say, it will be pretty major. Now, you might ask, how does compensation factor into all of this? Compensation and Relay take place in the exact same lore universe, albeit at different times. Compensation takes place after the events of Relay, although only in one particular ending for consistency's sake. In fact, you may even visit some of the locations from Compensation Social while playing Relay, but I can't make any promises at the moment. Most of the lore for Relay was actually defined before the game itself was dreamt up. This is due to the fact that it shares most of the lore with Compensation. However, Relay expands a lot on this lore and integrates it into the game significantly more. Relay also includes events from the lore in the game directly, whereas Compensation only uses the locations and some of the lore provides context without directly influencing gameplay in a meaningful way. I couldn't cover everything about Relay or Compensation Social in this episode, as that would take far too long to write and record. However, I feel like this describes enough to be useful, and I'll be sharing more information in the comments upon request. Make sure to join our Discord server, which is linked in the description, and have a nice day.